And Debbie Haynes photobombing in the back.
She was an assistant director even then.
Where are you?
This is Beth Pashley. I don't know if Beth came tonight. I saw her at the annual meeting, but I don't see her here. She was our librarian, our library director for a period of time, and this, unfortunately, is the only picture that I have of her. This was when we were celebrating a birthday for Betty Morris. Lynn Durkin came after Beth Pashley. She was our librarian for a couple of years, I think. And when Lynn left, Nancy Jennings was kind enough to help us out for a while. And that is Nancy on the left with the tickets. And Edie Schreppel on the right. And this is This is our present library director, our wonderful present library director. She has been with us 10 years as of this year.
Wow.
We are so happy to have her. And I would like to also recognize the assistant directors who have worked so hard every summer to help her out. You might wonder why in such a small library she would need help in the summer, but I'll give you an example. In January, I don't know, here it is. In January of 2024, there were 178 patrons who came through the door. We have a counter that tells you how many. Some of them might have been there to use the bathroom. We don't know for sure. They were all there. And in July of 2024, there were 2,085. Wow. That's why she needs an assistant director. And these are the people that have been her directors over the years. Debbie Haynes. Yay! She started out in the little schoolhouse library with Beth, right? And
she's been there longer than I have.
And she's still at it. She must like it.
I do.
And Sue Huber, I don't think she's here. Holly Copey.
Yep.
She's here. Heidi Hitchcock. No, she's not here. And Noah Foster.
Noah Foster.
Probably isn't, but we want to thank them all for all their hard work to help us out.
They're great. I couldn't do it without them.
Do you want me to talk about it? You talk.
Okay, celebrating 30 years old, public library, 2013. Clockwise from the back, there's Sue Beck, Jean Bird, Reggie Chambers. In the front, Lynn Durkin. And on the bottom right is Carrie O'Hara.
Carolyn O'Hara.
Carolyn. Thank you.
Back to me. Back to me.
Take that.
I wanted to put these in here. This was a wonderful fundraiser for us. We held it 2 times, and I know that on the very first slide where we were recognizing organizations and people, we did say the Stewart Foundation, but this was primarily Scott. And Scott was a benefactor for our library since it began in 1982. He would send us every single bestseller every year for all those years. And this was a collection that he collected, I don't know. And it was mostly, but not all, wildlife art by Vivi Crandall. And this is Penny, his wife. Not his wife anymore, obviously, but she's married now to... But she was the one who made sure that we received all of these pictures, and we had an auction, and you can see, yes, Paul's going to love this picture. They're hanging.
Those 2 ramps are still in the library if you want to buy them.
I'm just going to say, we only have one picture
That's
left,
the
and
last
it's
one.
those rams.
Those
Nobody wants those rams. It was hard to figure out how to set it up, but we had a lot of help, and it looks pretty good, I think.
People got great deals.
Pardon?
People got great deals.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Okay, great.
Now we're going to talk about improvements to the new building. This was a Main Street grant. We have been fortunate enough to receive many grants as well as donations. And this was one of the ones that we did receive to help make the library look better outside and in. And in the picture, we have Deb, oh, it says, you don't need me to tell you. I forgot, you wrote
Deb
that down.
Carhart, which was from CAP 21.
Right.
Teresa Sayward from the New York Assembly. Then John Frey was our supervisor. Edie and Reggie from the board. They said they can't read it, sorry.
Oh, thank you. Over in that area. It's hard to see it from over there, yeah. So this, as I told you, he had to work with a scrapbook. So these are some of the improvements that we did. We got a computer desk so that patrons can use our computers, although most of them bring their own now, but they used to use them a lot more. I remember when they first told us, we were still in the little schoolhouse library, and they said, you have to have an electronic portal.
And I moaned.
What is that? So, but we have one now. Oh,
Show the bathroom.
this is a shot nobody wants to see. Can you find it? There it is. Who wants to see a bathroom? But as Charlie said, everybody asks to use it though. We used to have 2 bathrooms, both of them kind of scuzzy. Changed it into one big bathroom that is
Not officially.
Oh, it's not official? Oh, okay. But a wheelchair will fit in there. and-
Wheelchair can go in. It doesn't, the toilet is too far from the grab bar.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why we don't have a handicap symbol on the
I
doors.
see. Okay, thank you. Ah.
Sue might have covered it, but what does WC mean?
Water.
See, you all knew.
We'll come back to the carpeting soon.
We've replaced the carpeting many times. And there is the new circulation desk, a whole lot better than just a little tiny desk. Now it's like a countertop.
Doesn't look like that anymore. I filled it up.
There's another new rug. Oh, now this is the newest version of the truth. We have new shelving. It isn't new, but it's new to us that I can't remember where people went to pick this up. The wooden
Boston
shelving.
Spa.
Ballston Spa, and the flooring. We decided that the carpet just wasn't working out, and oil stains kept coming through, and salt kept ruining it, and so we went with this. Hopefully it will hold up for a while.
I know you're not able to read it, but in the middle, they thank Casey Kelly, Jim and Lynn Keogh, Leo and Linda Fidel, and Gordy Rudd for all the help they provided building 3 new shelving units.
Nice.
That was written by Joanne Kelly.
This is our courtyard. We used to have asphalt out there, as you can remember from the old pictures, and didn't think that we wanted that anymore. So we have this cement, what is it called? Stamped cement.
Concrete. Yes.
Stamped concrete.
Yes, stamped concrete. And people, even though we put that down, people would still drive on it to turn around. So we had to, we had to block it off so that they wouldn't do that.
Everyone once in a while, they still try.
This was, after all of those improvements that you just saw, we had a celebration, and we had help from the historian for the county who came. Her name was Eliza Jane Darling. Isn't that a wonderful name? She came and she did a lot of displays for us about the county, and then Becky Hasmeyer, and I'm not sure who else worked on it, did a display about the library at the time. And these are former and present luminaries, I called them in there, who have helped with the library at some point in time.
Do you want me to read?
No, I don't want
I guess you told me.
Okay,
Go ahead. You can do that.
this is, well, there's an S. This is we have now a full-service library, just like the big one in New York, but no stone lions. So we have I guess the thing I want to mention is the Adirondack collection, which is very nice to have. A lot of the books are out of print now, and you can't get them anywhere else. And the other popular thing, that's okay. The other popular thing was the Libby, which is ebooks and audiobooks that you can borrow on your own device. So, but we have lots of other things like a children's collection and so on. Okay, now, these are some of the programs that we've had in the new library. And this was Joseph Bruchak, and he was talking about Native American lifestyle and brought many artifacts of old things that they had made. And I had another picture of that but didn't put it in, but this was through a grant. Grants have been a wonderful part of our being successful, were all the grants that were given to us. This was a fireman's program, just for fun. The kids loved it. Ron, you may recognize some people in there. They got to blow the siren and all sorts of good stuff.
So we held the program so the children wouldn't be upset if there was a fire in their home, and they would know what the firemen looked like if they had to come to their home and their house was on fire. And they instructed them not to go under the bed and different rules and regulations, and they enjoyed it.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Beth.
We also did the ambulance crew too, so in case their parents had to be taken out by ambulance, they would know maybe what to expect.
Wow.
Very good idea. Excellent.
The fire personnel up there were Ron St. Marie, Becky Cleveland, and Don Townsend.
This is a dedication of the Betty Morris Children's Bookshelf. We had many people who donated books for this shelf, and this was the day that in 2017, that we had the dedication ceremony for her specific bookshelf. She loved reading and loved children, and her family felt that that was very appropriate for her to have. And in this picture, we have Sue Sharp, and there's Debbie Haynes doing a photobomb again, and Letty Haynes, and Lynn Durkin, Mary Jane Lasher, and the Wormuths, Barb and Wolf. This is another grant that we received, and this was for pottery in the park.
No, you're good.
Is it okay?
You're good.
Greg Rudd and his wife Tony went up to the pavilion in Fern Park and showed the children how to make a little pottery. I don't remember what they made, but,
I want to say they made pinch pots.
okay, yeah,
and
little
foil
pots.
and-
Ashtrays.
Yeah.
Probably it.
I think he had a wheel there. A lot of them got to work on a wheel.
Okay, great. And then the pieces were glazed and fired, and we had a celebration at the library to have people look at the pieces that they did and have the children take them home afterwards.
Some interesting stuff came out of that. I think they had like one free thing, so they made little animals and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. This was a sad day. We talked about how the children learned library science, and obviously you don't, bless you, obviously we don't need that so much anymore. You don't need to know how to use a card catalog and reference books, you ask Google. But this was the very last day that the children were going to come to the library because the school closed at the end of 2019, in June of 2019. And yeah, this is when all the programs stopped. And I didn't take any pictures because I thought, well, nothing's happening. What was I thinking? That was something that happened too, wasn't it? So we don't have too many pictures from this time, but Joanne bravely stayed at that library. She did dusty book work, and she did reading of shelves, and she made sure that people got all the books that they ordered, and she put them out in the foyer for them to come and pick up. And sometimes even curb service, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Gotta do it.
Gotta be done.
Okay, this is an ongoing program. Believe it or not, this is like the most popular thing we do. This is the duck program, and Gabby is holding the duck, and the child comes in, has to find the duck wherever it might be on the shelf, and then they get a little duck of their own, which they can choose for themselves. The ducks now have QR codes on the bottom, and can you tell me what they do that tells us where they go, right?
So, was it a year or two ago, we decided that we wanted to know where the ducks wound up. So when the child picks up a duck, we give them the QR code, we ask them to go to our website and tell us where you live. Register where the duck lives now, and we have a little map right on the first thing you see on our website, and there's dots all over the place. And it started off with New York State, and then it built out to Ohio and North Carolina. We now have 3 ducks in California, 3 ducks in Colorado, a duck in Alaska. We go down as far as South Carolina, and we have 1 duck in Germany.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. This is part of the summer reading program. Every year, New York State comes up with a theme for their reading program in the summer. This year, it happens to be Color Our World. This isn't from this year, but the children, after they read 300 pages, they get a prize. And they get a prize for every 300 pages they read. So it's cumulative. And some of the prizes are ice cream cones, fudge,
A donut,
pizza,
tacos, a cookie from Khalil's,
cookies.
a frozen hot cocoa, which I still don't understand, from Blue Line. But the biggest one at the end, when they've read 3,300 pages, they get a movie pass to the theater down in Old Forge.
Wow.
So it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And there are kids that do it over and over, right?
Yes.
I mean, they do like 3,300
And
over
it started
and over.
Wow.
This is our wonderful reading group, book group, yes, yes. We have about 28 members, and we get to choose whatever books we talk about them. We choose the ones we want to read. And we've had a really good time with that. And it's something that we do every month.
And we've had some fun conversations.
Yes, we've had a lot of interesting books and a lot of interesting conversations. And people come from as far away as Blue Mountain Lake. I can't think of any farther than that, but there might be.
Yeah, Blue Mountain, I think, is the farthest.
Yeah. And she comes rain, shine, snow, whatever, she's there. Oh,
Oh dear.
oh dear. This is, I wanted to talk a little bit about our ongoing programs, and this, of course, is one of them. This is Katie Kelly, and a long time ago, she was the one who read for story time for us. We still do story time, on and off.
Well, when they show up.
When they show up. But Katie was one of the ones who had volunteered to do it for us, which we thought was wonderful. And the background picture, do you want to
Sure.
talk about that?
When the library was considering plans for how to do the courtyard, Mitch Lee had given a drawing back in 2008 of what he was, some ideas he had, or suggesting. And I think the library still uses an adaptation of that for letterhead or cards. Was one.
So, and Storytime now, they have the story itself, and then we do an art project afterwards. So this is look at that little girl. I don't know who she is, but isn't she adorable? And this is, we've had several different people reading, but this one might be Sarah, I would think.
I think
I
that is
can't.
Melissa.
Oh, Melissa, okay, okay,
One on the bottom is Sarah.
okay. Okay. I also wanted to mention before we start talking about community outreach that one of the things that we have in our library are passes for the two museums, the Wild Center in Tupper Lake and Adirondack Experience in Blue Mountain Lake. You don't get in for free, but you do get in for less money. So people can borrow them, sign them out just like a book, take them for the day, return them when they're done with it. And Charlie said, yeah, that.
I work Monday and Tuesdays there, and one couple over by the Anne Bastille cabinet said, "That's how I got in." So they're used.
Yeah, they
Yes,
do get
they
used.
are used. Okay, so this is our community outreach. I like to call it that because we try to support the town with whatever they do. This is something that I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Reggie Chambers began, Adirondack Kids Day, right, Reg? And in reference to the books that the Van Ripers wrote, she thought it would be fun to have a day to celebrate Adirondack kids and the Adirondacks in general. And so she invited them the first couple of years. I think you might have had it at your bookstore. And then when her bookstore closed, they started coming to the library. We have artwork from every book cover they had that is hanging on the wall. If anybody wants to see them, they're really quite spectacular. These are the Van Ripers, and I believe she's the illustrator.
She is the illustrator for the covers for the first 20 books. She has passed away a couple
And she
years ago.
passed, yeah, she passed away. Can you explain this
I
to me?
can. The second Adirondack Kids book that came out, they actually brought it to children of the Inlet school and asked them to review it. So on the review page, we have these 4 or 5 children actually reviewed it and wrote it up, and they actually printed it in the book. And at the school, each kid signed it, and when the school closed, they gave me that book. So I have that book with those
Yeah, it's a
original
good one.
signatures from those kids.
Pretty awesome.
I didn't know that.
Memorialized
Learn
forever.
something new every day.
This is Frozen Fire and Lights, and the children come to the library to decorate their kites if they want to. This is some kids doing that. We were open, of course, for the eclipse. We were told that there would be thousands of people here. There weren't, but that was okay. We were open. We did an art project, and the second picture is what the art project looked like. Just kind of an eclipse. And this, Becky Hasmeyer made a nice bulletin board that showed the eclipse. There's the library with the eclipse taking place over it. How cool
Oh,
is
that's a
that?
good picture.
That's really great.
That's nice. Who took that? Really? That's a good shot.
And these were the eclipse cookies that our wonderful vice president and secretary made for, I don't know how many dozens anyway.
Many, yeah.
Because we were told there would be thousands.
Got chocolates?
They were chocolate. With white, I think it was white.
They were vanilla cookies with chocolate frosting and then the white outline.
White outline, yes.
Nice.
We are also open for other times when the town is having events. Memorial Day, after the wreath laying, they can come to the library and have coffee and donuts and visit a while. We're open for the Fall Festival. We're open for Christmas on Main Street. And we have begun collaborating with the Inlet Area Business Association. We have a member who is, well, we have several members who are also members of that. And we like to be more involved in the community, so these are ways that we are trying to do that. These are our ongoing, well, we hope it's ongoing, our ongoing fundraisers. This, Ann Finney, who owns Moose River Farm, if you haven't been there and you have grandchildren or children, take them. It's wonderful. And Ann just loves her animals so much. This is the first year. We've had it 2 years. This is the first year. And this is Jean Bird reading to the llamas. They listened carefully.
What book did you
Snort
read?
nuzzle too.
Llama, of course.
Is that what you read?
Yeah. Llama Llama Red Pajama.
This is Alex Sutherland, and I love this. I love this picture because look at the horse.
I
The
know.
horse is listening to the story. It's so cute.
Somebody should paint that.
Charlie thinks it's just beautifully composed and loves.
In this bottom one, my partner here is reading a book well-loved by Reggie and myself, Wonky Donkey.
Wonky donkey. Yeehaw.
What'd you say?
Monkey donkey.
How cute.
There's the Wonky Donkey,
Little
4
donkey.
legs.
They had socks on and everything. They were very wonky that day. See their socks? When we're talking about ongoing fundraisers, I have to mention our book donation room. This is used books that, thanks to Becky Hasmeyer, and the rest of us go in now and then and do a little, but Becky's the one who kind of got it together. It is organized, and you can even find things, and it's just for donation only, and it brings in a good amount of money. So.
And it also helps out with all of our camping friends. If people are here for only a week, I'm not going to issue them a card to borrow, but I let them come back here and, get any book that they want to, and then they're very happy that they have a book to read while they're on vacation.
Great idea. This is the ice cream social, which we do every year. We've been doing it since the little schoolhouse library, when we put everything in coolers and hoped for the best. And we didn't get the best, by the way. But now we have, so we have Sundays, only Sundays. You have a choice of hot fudge or berries, or both. Many people choose both. And our wonderful vice president picked all the strawberries, hulled all the strawberries, cut them, froze them, and brought them for this. They were delicious. This is our library board, our present library board. We've had a lot of people on our library board, but these happen to be the ones we have right now. I'm going to start on the back left and just, you may know them all, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Okay, so on back left is Jeannie Wilson. She is now our vice president and secretary. She is our gardener, and she's also a very good baker. Next, we have
Lynn Q.
Lynn Q, yeah, thank you. We have Lynn Q, and she joined us last year, and she is talking about providing some literacy education if it's felt that it's needed here. And of course, we have our illustrious library director, and then the short one, that's me. And I have been on the library board, I believe, since 1983. I don't even think I've taken a break from that. And Reggie and I used to take turns being president and vice president for many years. And then we conned the Lashers into and Reggie said to Mary Jane, "Oh, it's so simple." Well, all of you who deal with the state of New York know that it's not simple anymore. Next is Joanne Manili. She was a founder of the library, and she has been the treasurer and has been the secretary in the past. This is Jennifer Blakeman. Jennifer is our grant writer. She keeps track of what grants are available, and she apparently writes excellent grants because we usually get them.
Wow.
She does a really good job. Jean Bird is next. She was a founder of the library. She has been the treasurer. She has been our gardener. And she has been like our voice of reason sometimes. This is Kim Egenhofer next. Kim is our president at this time. And she also was very instrumental in getting us that beautiful flooring that you saw a few pictures ago. She set it all up and got the pods so that, and the people to move the books out of the library and put them back in again. So we didn't have to do it. It was wonderful. And last is Mary Jane. She was the lasher. She was, I guess I better say the whole thing. She had been the president how many years, Mary Jane?
I think it was about 10 years, but I'm not real sure.
About 10 years. And